Comes in for Johnson. And Lewis Williams subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Jordan, the pass to Paul. Goes up on the high post, and he hits the jump shot. Paul's got 6.
And with the Clippers, I think a big part of how they can grind out a win, if need be, is that they know how to get to the free throw line.
And they'll keep possession. James Johnson's checked in for the Raptors. For Toronto, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. A free throw drops for Hansbrough.
Well, one way or another, the Clippers, as you said, they'll find ways to score points, even if it means selling a call or 2. But you do what you need to do to get wins, and most players are open to that.
And he gets it to go. And the Clippers lead by 4.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividend.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter. He's found a rhythm here in this second quarter, guys. He looks good.
LA's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Paul for 3. They get the rebound. Griffin off with the layup. Toronto's gone 1-6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. And for the Clippers, they're shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. Puts it up from 17. Jordan's shot is off.
Tell you what, he can be really frustrating as a shooter. All you can do is grimace because he just can't find the range.
Clippers shooting about 42% so far. Griffin kicks to Rivers. And the foul called on Vasquez. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's foul number 2 on him. It might not warrant sitting him entirely, but another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Vasquez. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Jordan. Davis comes in for Blake Griffin. Jones checked in for Barnes. And it's Crawford in for Chris Paul.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
And Davis can't get it to go. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Patterson, and that's collected by Spencer Hawes. Hawes got his 3rd rebound on the night. Lets it go from the wing. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. And it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead. We've got 13 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Lowry. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Hawes got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Jones for 3. The shot is off. And so that brings the first half to a close. Clippers lead by...
Hi, Kevin. We'll dock it.
And now the third quarter about to get going.
Take a look at what Kyle Lowry's been doing. 10 points. He has 1 steal to his credit as well.
But he's done a better job than the numbers indicate, really. I think he's been really sound defensively, and he's helped his club. Well, this last season was the Clippers' 30th in Los Angeles, and for a team that's long played in the Lakers' shadow, for the 2nd season in a row, the Clippers were the best team in L.A.
Amir Johnson at the 4 with Valanciunas at the pivot. Lowry out there with Vasquez. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 slot. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And for the Clippers, in their 30 years in L.A., folks, only 6 times have they finished the regular season with a better winning percentage than the Lakers. Man, it's been domination by the Lakers out there in L.A. land. So Clipper fans are hoping that this is a sign of things to come going forward for their team, the Clippers.
And I think the lead they've built here, guys, is in large part due to what they've done on the boards.
Absolutely. I mean, they have a +10 advantage in rebounds, and they've been in total control of the backboard.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And the foul called on Vasquez. And that'll be his third foul so far. And guys, for the Clippers, acquiring coach Doc Rivers from the Celtics in exchange for a draft pick. In Boston, he'd been the second longest tenured coach in the league after Greg Popovich.
You know, but rather than rebuild, I think he wanted to go for another ring in L.A. He's got a lot of authority, final say on personnel decisions. So Doc has really put his stamp on this team.
Redick dishes to Jordan. 4 on the shot clock. Comes up empty down low. Raptors trail by 7. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, when Doc Rivers came to the Clippers, he wanted to shift their image from a Showtime team to a true contender. Blake Griffin said, Lob City is done. And while the Clippers still make highlight reel plays with the best of them, Rivers has brought a seriousness and a focus to this team as they pursue an NBA championship. Guys?
Rivers has said lobs are great, but winning is better. They're trying to get them both. Thanks, Doris. Ross is checked in for Vasquez. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Clippers. The Raptors have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
DeAndre Jordan alongside Blake Griffin, maybe the best game dunker in the league. He has the ability to make spectacular plays every time he gets near the rim.
Lowry passes to Ross. That ball's nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
Crawford outside, and he gets it to go. Crawford's got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc. And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's foul number 2 for him. Griffin goes in. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
And it's DeRozan missing. Los Angeles leading by 12. There's Crawford with the 3, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
That is in the gym range, partner. Kevin, he can pull up and knock it down from anywhere. You hear me, from anywhere.
And when he's firing the 3 like that, guys, there's really no shot that's a bad one for him.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Well, guys, the D-League, a test bed for ideas that might, make their way to the NBA. And one thing we've seen there is a mission to get games down to 2 hours in length. They really want to shorten the length of these games.
Well, they've banned consecutive timeouts. They've reduced their number overall. The idea is to hold viewers' attention and provide time certainty for the broadcasters.
And condensing the game, we've seen it at the NBA level, too, cracking down on pregame rituals and requiring players back on the court quickly after a timeout. The commissioner even talked to owners about shortening the game to 40 minutes, so less might be more in some ways. We'll see. I'm in agreement with that. I'd love to see some of the fat trimmed off the game. I don't know if 40 minutes is where I'd go, but some of the extra things that delay the game, I would love to see that pace picked up so there's not as much wasted minutes during the course of a 48-minute game.
Well, I think there's a couple of ways to shorten games. One is cutting down on the intentional fouls and crunch time. I think you could replace TV timeouts with live action advertising. Also, you might just shoot 1 free throw for the point value of a foul. I think the league is right to try to speed up the pace of the game, but it's a rocky road. You have to really think things through.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Johnson. And Lewis Williams subbed in for DeMar DeRozan.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
The drive by Lowry. Blocked.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
On the basket by Jones. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
They get it back. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Taking a look at Atlanta, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, Toronto, 7.5 games behind.
Looking at Toronto, they've done what they've needed to do up to this point in the season. I think they've got to be happy and comfortable with where they are.
And I'm sure they are. I mean, they don't have the target on their back that some of the top teams have, but this is a very solid club.
Well, Jamal Crawford has proven that no matter what role he plays, just call him buckets. He can flat out put the ball in the basket. You got to give him a lot of credit, though. He does change his game quite a bit depending on if he's coming off the bench or starting. I think that speaks to his IQ.
Tyler Hansbrough's checked in for Toronto. Johnson comes in for Kyle Lowry. Davis setting the pick for Rivers. Wide open look. Connects, the jumper drops. Rivers has got 10 points. 1:10 left in the third quarter. Williams kicks to Patterson. And again, unable to change momentum here. Clippers leading by 18. Knocked loose. Ross with the steal. Here's Patterson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Rivers kicks to Jones. Buries it from three-point range. And the Clippers lead by 19.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
For three, Williams. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Davis. And another three for the Clippers.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
Johnson's shot is off.
Ill-advised shot selection right there, Clark.
It really was. I mean, very low percentage shot there.
Rivers dishes to Crawford. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Hansbrough's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Williams. And again, no good by Toronto. Can't get it to go. The 3 quarters of play all in the books.
Coming up Tuesday.
And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, and today it comes from one of the men in the middle, Kevin. And let me tell you, anytime you get a big man who can pass like this, it really changes the way you can play offense, diversifies your offensive attack.
Let me ask, who is the best passing big man you played with?
Luke Longley.
The Australian.
Yes, big redhead, good passer down on the low block.
The #1 pick by Minnesota Timberwolves. So for the Clippers right now, CP3 at point with Redick there at the backcourt. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. And it's Barnes in at the 3, the small forward. And the second free throw, good.
Well, jersey advertising, an idea that had been bandied about for a long while. Last season, in lieu of that, the league tested out advertising on the court apron for the first time, as well as a small ad on the top of the backboards. So the league, of course, always looking for new revenue streams.
Here's Johnson. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Steamsma checked in for DeRozan. And Landry Fields subbed in for Lou Williams. And then for the Clippers, Udo's checked in for Jordan. And Turkoglu is subbed in for Matt Barnes. And Steve, you mentioned the apron advertising. It's only being allowed for locally broadcast games.
And I think that makes sense, Kevin. Viewers probably see it more than they would see stitching on a player's jersey, and I think keeping the